Hello YouTube, this is Dark Emissary 617 and this is my review for the Destiny Funko Pops, Oryx and Crota. And Crota is exclusive to Target, as you can see. Now, before I take a good look at everything here from the pops and the boxes, I have to admit that I do not know much about Destiny, so I am not the most professional Destiny fan or know-it-all when it comes to Destiny. I am only gotten into these pops because I love the designs and the fact that coincidentally when I bought my used PS4 on eBay, it happened to have a free download of Destiny that was probably prepaid by someone else who used to own the PS4. But before we do anything, let's just get a good look at those boxes. And in case you're wondering why the setup was a little awkwardly done, I will get to that in a bit. First off, let's take a good look at Oryx first. Oryx's box, or Oryx, however you pronounce his name, he is number 238 in the game series. And I'm surprised how fast a lot of these pops sold. I kind of underestimate how popular Destiny was. And I'm glad I was able to get a hold of some of these, especially because Crota was one I've been having my eye out because he just looks so cool. And there was this whole controversy about where he was all this time. It was impossible to find. But enough about Crota for now. We'll get to him soon. Here's a good look at the other pops in the series. If you want to get some of these pops, you better be careful, because a lot of them are mostly not that hard to get, like anyone from over here. But when you get to the last three, Xur, Atheon, and Crota, these ones are the hard ones to get. Unless you go to ThinkGeek, which, by the way, that's where I got my Xur and Atheon, which I'll be doing a review on them soon. I highly recommend you quickly go over to that site and get them while you can, because they used to be available at GameStop. They're not anymore, from what I can tell, and now they go for pretty high prices on eBay. Atheon doesn't go for much, like at least 20 or 30, but Xur can fetch you from 30 to 50 on eBay with no effort, so you better get them while you still can. You also see there's Bungie, the guys who published the game, I believe, for Destiny. And then here's also the other box with Crota, number 241, again from the game series. And Crota just looks so cool there, and you have the only at Target sticker. And unfortunately, as you can tell, my box is in pretty bad shape when I found it in the store. It's pretty bent out of shape, as much as I hate to say. Especially up there, like that is nasty how that turned out. And when I saw them in the store, there were actually quite a few Crotas there, actually. But then the next time I went out, all of them were gone, as expected, since people have been waiting for these two for ages. I was going to do separate videos on them, but decided to do them together because there's a relevant case. For those who do not know Destiny, I do know this much. Crota and Oryx are basically evil villains in the game Destiny, and Oryx is actually Crota's father, and Crota is the son. He's like the prince of the hive, or the swarm, that these guys are, and I have no idea what they are, but they look pretty amazing. Let's take a good look at the father first. He has this really menacing look in his eyes, all three of them. He has three eyes, and he has this nice crown, like helmet all over his head. It may even be part of his body, actually, since, I don't know, he's like an insect kind of guy, but he has like this dragon look to him as well. You also can tell that he and Crota are related because the swords they both have happen to be very identical. Crota has like this bonish green, tealish looking fading sword, while Oryx has this really long looking black claymore blade, I guess, and his is much more of a simple color than Crota's. But he has this cool setup with his wings. Like, you can see all the details, like it's like scars, I guess, or just overall wear and tear from on his wings, since he's been to battle a couple of times, I can tell. And he has this nice cloak that also drapes over there. And he overall just looks incredible. His head cannot turn at all from what I've tried, and I'm not going to break him. Now, Crota, I have a few complaints with quickly. First of all, he actually has trouble standing. I don't know why. My best assumption is pretty obvious. Look at what happened to my Crota when I pulled him out of the box. His feet are like going all, like, webbed toe, I guess, and kind of going more upwards, causing him to have, like, not so much, like, almost like human anatomy with the feet. It's like going upwards with the curve, and because of that he has trouble standing. In some areas he can't stand at all, and others I've actually managed to make him stand. I don't know what the deal is, and I hope I can use like maybe the hairdryer method to help him stand better. But anyways, here's how Crota looks. He looks amazing. I love Crota's design the most. Oryx is pretty awesome, but Crota is definitely the cooler one. As I mentioned, he is Oryx's son, and he has also the green 3 eyes, and he has more of a skeletal look. Like, you can tell he probably hasn't fully bloomed into the species he could be. His head almost looks like hair just sticking up and just looks crazy. And he also has more of a skeletal look. Look at that. It's like an exoskeleton of an actual skeleton, I guess. And you can see like the bones there and just his stomach. You could just put your finger in through and you can see like the little bones with his legs. And you even see the part where it's sort of attached to like the rib cage and all that. Just fading away. He's been in battle clearly. And most of his colors like this tealish green, and again, that sword, that's very similar to Oryx's. And he has these very skeletal, translucent green feet that I love how that looks. Overall, these two look incredible. I kind of wish my Crota didn't have those bad feet that don't allow him to stand. And I just wish that this game kind of made more sense, because really, when I tried to do research to understand these guys more, it was kind of hard to find the information and all that. Trying to comprehend the information, it was kind of hard for me to actually understand it, but since I have Destiny and my PS4, I might as well try to find a way to play it and get used to the game, and maybe even fight these two, possibly. Also, because of the fact that they're part of a special royal family kind of thing with father and son, they actually kind of remind me with a similar story to that of Prince Lotor and King Zarkon from Voltron, actually, if you think about it. It's kind of similar in that aspect. And they're aliens, too, which only makes it more kind of like that. So anyone who's watched Voltron, I hope you kind of like that little comparison. But anyways, I highly recommend you pick these guys up. I actually picked up Oryx at a GameStop one day, and I was stupid, because when I was there, I saw like one last Atheon and Zur, and I wish I just got Zur instead that day, because that was a mistake, man, and I'm glad I did fix that, though. But anyways, I highly recommend you play the game Destiny, I guess. It's a pretty good game from what I've heard, and these are pretty good pops. You should definitely pick them up while you still can. I can guarantee these will become hard to find, especially Crota after what happened to him. So anyways, that's been my review for the Destiny Funko Pops for Crota and Oryx, and this is Dark Emissary 617 signing out.